Hi everyone, Natasha here, and around my home today I am back in the kitchen for some more decluttering. So I am still plugging away at the 30 bags in 30 days declutter challenge that was hosted by Sophia way back in July, I think it was, of this year. And if you've been following along, you know I've had some setbacks recently with my phone needing some repairs, but I'm not giving up and I'm still plugging away. And it actually feels good to be back doing some more decluttering. So earlier today I did some decluttering with my cookbooks for day 18, and I have a little more time. So I'm going to try and get one more declutter challenge done today, and then I'll be back at it next week. So day 20 on Sophia's list is to declutter the pantry and dry goods. So what I'm going to be decluttering for you today in my lovely pantry here, let me get the door open, is the pantry itself. As you can see, it needs it. I've been going in and out of there multiple times a day for weeks and weeks thinking I need to get in here and just put some things away, get some things out of here that don't need to be here, figure out what I'm doing with some things. So I'm actually going to start down here on the bottom. That's kind of the worst spot, and sorry if my apron collection is in the way, but I'm just going to work on all of these things on the floor to start with and work my way up and see how far I can get. And I'm going to try and do the major part of it in about 13 minutes, and then that leaves me a couple minutes to just put some things away and tidy things up before I need to head out and do my grocery shopping for the weekend. We have some company coming, so I've already made some cookies for them, and I need to do a little more tidying up around the house. But as part of my swish and swipe this morning, I did my powder room or guest bathroom on the main floor, so that's done, and I've kind of checked over things outside. And anyway, on to this part of the day. So I'm here to get this decluttering done. So if you are watching this video, then go ahead and use this time to do some decluttering yourself or work on a project you've been putting off. Maybe it's wrapping some gifts. We're getting really close to Christmas. I don't know about you, but I feel like suddenly it's halfway through December. I think because of how the dates are falling this year, it just feels like Christmas is coming way too fast. So anyway, that's how it feels every year. So here we go. Okay, so I've moved you back a little bit so you can hopefully kind of see my process. So like I mentioned, I'm just going to start on the bottom of the pantry floor. Let me get my 13 minutes running. All right, so right off the bat, I can tell you this is fine to stay in there, but this is something my daughter got a couple years ago. I can't remember the last time I've seen her use it, so that probably needs to go away. All right, and then we have things like this, leftover Halloween candy that my daughter still sort of picks through here and there. And this is an ice cream maker. We didn't use it at all this summer. She got it as a gift, and it works fine, and it was really sweet to get as a gift, but I think I can store it in the basement at least through the winter. I have a little section down there for all my overflow kitchen storage and things like that that are just kind of seasonal. All right, then let's see. This is a basket of, I don't know, recycling. I was using this empty vinegar bottle to water plants, but I'm not watering plants at the moment, so that can go out with recycling. Chips, that's fine. Let's see, what do we have? Some of her play cleaning supplies again. So I'm going to make a little stash down there and ask her about those. Okay. This, let's see, what do we have here? Snacks. Okay. So, like I mentioned, I've got a nice little stash of all these bins that I had high hopes for because they're a great size. They're clearish, they're kind of opaque, but they're just simple, and I wanted to keep them in the pantry, but I have yet to figure out where they're going. So maybe today, or if not, maybe I'll determine I don't need them. We'll just have to see. So some of these are just snacks, some of these are chips. Again, cleaning supply that came from her play caddy. These are just treats that go up here. And what else? Oats are down here. And the oats need to go, well, these are actually like overflow backup oats. So, can I find a better spot to store them? That is the question. It would be great if they would fit right up here. And I think I can make that work. Okay. So there are my oats. And I use those a lot for the oatmeal chocolate chip cookie recipe that I posted on here a while back. So it is something I use a lot, and we'll be doing a lot of those for Christmas gifts. So I think it's fine to keep it. I just needed a better spot to store it. So there we go. And I have a little notebook with inventory, but I haven't updated that lately. Okay, what else? So down here I have egg cartons. I have a huge collection of egg cartons. So we get our eggs sometimes from local farmers, but lately I haven't dropped these off with anyone. So I need to find one of our egg farmers here nearby that could use some egg cartons and get those out of here. And I'm gonna reorganize them a bit. Okay. So those can go out to my car, and I will drop those off. What else is in here? All right, I have more bins and plastic bags and more bins. So many bins. Okay. Some of these were actually in my, and this is the little cleaning tote that she never uses. Okay. So these are all cleaning toys. And I'm just going to ask her about those if she wants them or not. But I had a lot of these bins in our freezer, and they worked out really well. And then we had some trouble with our fridge, and we had to manually defrost it. So everything just got taken out and moved to the sprayer fridge and the basement and freezer, and then these never got put back in. So that's kind of where that stands. I don't know if I want to put them back in or not. Okay, I can see floor, that's good. Now I can't see counter, so I'm gonna have to do something here in a minute. Let's see. Box of cookies. All right, so we're down to more bins. Gee, maybe I just need to get rid of all my bins, you think? These are surplus. I have one box open, so I can, I need to either figure out a place to store those or take them somewhere else. Oh no, we have Girl Scout cookies languishing in here. I'm gonna put those in the freezer. And a couple of big containers and a box, a cardboard box that can be recycled. So that will go down there. We're making progress in that I can see the floor. How am I doing on time? All right, 6 minutes. So let me see, what can I do here? I tell you what, I'm gonna sweep while I think for a minute and see what I can figure out. Because essentially the bottom shelf has larger appliances that are heavy. So crock pot, George Foreman grill. We use both of those often enough. Rice maker, rice cooker, I use that fairly often. I'm like Sophia, making rice is hard for me, and I just like having the rice cooker because then I can have that going and I don't have to worry about it while I'm working on the rest of the meal. But something else that's in here is a Dutch oven, cast iron Dutch oven. And it's kind of like all those cookbooks. I would love to cook with my cast iron more often, but I don't. And so I have that Dutch oven that kind of sits there and I don't use it very often, but I don't know if I want to get rid of it. It came out of a camping set, and I think some of the other pieces of the camping set are stored out in our little shed with the camping gear, so maybe I just need to move it out there because it's really in the way in here. And I know that's where it is, so if I'm gonna do something with Dutch oven cooking, I'll know where to find it. All right, let me get this cleaned up and we can kind of move on. So that is the lid to a container that is in here. And I was actually looking for the lid, so there's that lid. Okay. And this was a feather duster that I made for my daughter. It has since molded because it was stored in the dark, and you should never store feathers in the dark. So that's just your proof right there. I'm gonna take this part off the stick. Well, I can do that later, but okay. And then I might have to grab the vacuum because all of these feathers just keep floating around. Okay, so we'll get that part cleaned up. And I am going to have to get a vacuum because there's just a lot of little flyaways that I can't seem to get. Okay, so you know what? I think I've decided. Cast iron Dutch oven is going out to the shed with the camping gear, and the rest of the cast iron that we don't use on a regular basis. Cookies are going, whoops, in the freezer. And then all of these bins, I'm taking them down to the basement. I have a big stash of stuff that's going to Goodwill, so I might just be taking them to Goodwill if I can't find an easy place to store them if I need them. That's the thing. They're great storage bins, but I don't have anywhere to put them, so that I don't really need them, do I? But yeah, I don't want the floor cluttered up again, so I'm not going to put anything back in there. The only thing I have to find a spot for are the chips, and I don't know where that spot will be. So, all right, let's do that. Let's figure out a chip basket, and then we'll be done. And I think the problem I run into with chips is they take up a lot of room, and we don't eat them very often, so then it's like a big thing taking up a lot of room, and we hardly ever use it. Oops. But occasionally it's nice to have. So let me see. I can do one of these. Well, let me get the Dutch oven. Hold on. All right, and then I think I have some things in there that could go elsewhere. So, like, yeah, this used to be our chip bin. I just remembered that, and then I moved these things up here, and I ended up finding 2 containers of them, coffee filters, but I keep a stash of coffee filters in the cabinet where the coffee supplies are. So these are really taking up space in my pantry that I don't want to use. So I'm going to put them down in the basement on the shelf where the extra paper towels go, which is perfect because I will see them and remember that's where they are. And I need these about as often as I need paper towels because we use our we just don't use the paper products as much, and I don't go through the coffee filters that fast. So, okay, so that's going downstairs, so then perhaps this little bin will work for my chips. So let's try that. What do I have? Pretzels, tortilla chips, So this I know will work. So I'm gonna drop that right there. And then the only thing I have left, okay, I got onions in there, are the giant bag of tortilla chips. I think I need to make homemade salsa. That's what I need to do. And I have a pretty good recipe for that, so maybe you'll be seeing that soon. But maybe for company tonight, I'll make the salsa, use up some of the chips, and not have this giant bag to be storing. So, all right, I'm feeling better about that. So how much time do I have left? 5 seconds. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there and I will go run all these things, there it is, to the designated areas. So like I said, the bins, I think they're going in the Goodwill pile. I don't know why I thought I needed so many. I had high hopes of making everything uniform, but I don't really have that many spots for, I was kind of envisioning it being like a row of drawers, but I don't have that many things that I store in a drawer. I'd rather just have it open where you can see, you know, I have the little baskets, but they're lower and you can see what's in there and they're bigger. So I think I just need to leave well enough alone. Quit trying to organization and move on with my life. So thank you for joining me. That's probably about 15 minutes there with my chit-chatting, and I'm gonna get on to the next thing I have to do today, which is my grocery shopping. So I hope you had a great day and you're working away at your project or decluttering or Christmas wrapping. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you for joining me. Merry Christmas, and I will see you next time. Bye.